wake up, it's that time again. The sun's not here, but we're on again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals and gather round. It's not lunch, it's not breakfast, it's the time we found. For brunch, well maybe we're busy. For brunch, maybe we're lazy. For brunch, well maybe it's conquest. For brunch, or a real request. But brunch is the time that we make for each of us, where we ask Egnards dumb stuff, because brunch will always be the special time for Egnards and for me.
All right, hello, welcome to Brunch. We are here, it's Sunday, it is dead day in the game. Thankfully, it seems that TW Hero is going to be making an appearance. I yelled at all of my guildmates yesterday, they were yelling at me to set a defense, and I told them, fuck you guys, TW, damn it. There's the first, there's the first F-bomb. After the swear jar. We'll have to edit. Oh, this is not going to end well. Well, I politely told them no, TW Hero is coming out to play, and we need to be able to attack and have some fun. If you're on Discord, you saw yesterday I was at a baseball game that got completely rained out. I was not happy about it. I was not happy to be at the game at all. I'm not a baseball fan. I don't find it interesting. Nobody in my wife's family really watches baseball, but for some reason we were at a game and it just downpoured. I was not having it. And unfortunately for you, Xander, while I do feel hung, I did not get the hangover that I was hoping for. That's right. Within the first minute, the swear jar already has to be updated. I've been really proud of myself over the last couple of videos. I have not cursed at all. In any of like my last 3 videos, I've tried to keep it light. I've tried to not say bad words. I have not had to update the swear jar until 1 minute into my stream, which is sad. Morning, Milkman. You'll be on holiday. Generally don't get too much Swugga played during that. Yeah, I had a friend reach out yesterday. I'm going to end up doing a lot of his conquest over the next 2 weeks. Because for the same reason, he's going on vacation. He needed somebody to babysit the account, and I told him, you know, I can try to do what I can do, but as a friend, I'm not going to be sitting on your account 3 hours a day trying to get through it. But honestly, Warlock, it does not seem, outside of Rebel Network, it does not seem like that hard of a conquest. Just wake up an hour early while on vacation, you know. Get out of bed, get to a hotel chair, and pop in some conquest. Just get it out of the way. Hey, Shadow, good morning. Or it's still nighttime for you, right? It's like 4 in the morning. You haven't slept yet. And technically, if you haven't slept yet, it's yesterday. It's still 4th of July. Yeah, I'm excited for today because brunch has to end slightly early. I'm going to donate blood. It's been a while since I've donated blood. I want to get back into it. My wife used to work for the Red Cross, so I would donate every 3 months. And the best part for anyone who does donate blood or who is on the fence about donating blood, the second best part is that you help somebody in need. But the best part is that you get drunk just a little bit faster when you have less blood running through your veins. So I am excited to have a drink later and get a little bit woozy and have some fun there. Let's see. So you did go to sleep. Look at that. Oh, that's right. You're mountain time. I'm thinking 3 hours behind. Well, maybe not, Dan, just because if you start on the treadmill around the time that we start roster reviews are going to start earlier today, just because it is nothing going on in the game day, depending on TW Hero. And actually, we do have to do the raid. We do have to do the raid, so we'll see there. Plasma donations you can get paid for. Here in the States, you cannot get paid for blood donations. There is some legalese behind that, and that's fine. I don't care. I like the cookies, right? I like eating the cookies. I like getting my Lorna Doones or whatever they have, Nutter Butters sometimes if I'm lucky. But I want to get back into the swing of doing that. So let's pop into game. Let's see what's going on. I've got Phil dropping into my DMs. Ah, damn it. Man, Phil said something smart. Oh man, if only you could be a fly on the wall of those. Let's see. Let's get going. How is the mic today? I've changed where it is. I've repositioned it, so I'm hoping it's not too loud. Just wanted to make sure. But let's get into it. Let's get into the game, and let's, I guess, update the swear jar, because I can't go a day without dropping an F-bomb. Yeah, Khan, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but plasma donations take longer. They take a lot longer, right? Like, it's an hour plus, and it's like a whole thing, which I think is part of the reason why you can be paid for it. And whole blood you can't be paid for. There's legalese around, like, people feeling forced, or I don't remember. My wife would know more, because again, she worked for the Red Cross for a few years. All right. What about half blood donations? Speaking of donations, the swear jar. I don't know when we will make the donation. I don't know if it'll be at like $50 or $100, but essentially, once that number gets high enough, we are going to make a donation in that amount to Child's Play. So as much as I love Child's Play, as much as it's my favorite charity, we are going to try technically not to donate to them, because I want to be good. I want to be nice. I want to try and be better about cursing like a sailor. And if I can't do it, if I screw up, then, then something good happens out of it. Let's see. Shadow, be well, man. Let's see what's going on in TW. We've got our TW heroing. Let's just hope the guild did not take everything out. It looks like they didn't. What is here? Some LV teams. We have quad. See, these look a lot harder than normal TW hero teams, but that's okay. We can get through that. All right. Let's pop a profundity in to start. Double red doesn't take that much longer. It takes about double the time. I've never done a double red though. If they ask me today, maybe I will. You get double extra drunk. My wife and I just started watching The Pit. We just finished season 1. No spoilers, because the show is amazing. But that's what got me back into it. I was like, oh, you know what? Let me check out my Red Cross app. Let's see if there's anything local in the near future. And there happened to be one that's like 10 minutes away. So we're going. Full blood only takes, it depends. I mean, I'm going to try to stay hydrated this morning, and I tried to stay hydrated yesterday, because the more hydrated you are, the quicker it is. But generally, it only takes between 5 and 10 minutes. The last time I donated, the lady next to me and myself got set up at the same time, and we ended up racing to see whose blood would go out faster. Yeah, my blood's not important, but it is the best possible grade you can get. So A plus. My wife and I are both A positive, which I guess is nice. Being older than her, if I ever need blood, I know who to look for and who to go to. I should really put that on dating apps. It would be funny. There we go. Starting out right. Okay, QA in TW, Jedi Master Mace Windu. What do they want me to use? EP, interesting. Bane and Sidious versus QA. Yes, you can do it faster. Donating blood, I don't remember if it's 60 days or 90 days. It's one of those two. Where is my... I thought I set up a team. I guess I did not set up a team for this. Guess Darth is not enough of a... I am A positive until somebody points out that I'm wrong, which does sometimes happen. Is this gonna... Well, I do have the Omicron. How do we start this battle? Dispel and all enemies. Deal with the turn enemy call the strongest attacker. I'm guessing this. No, I've never really used this team. They're always on defense. Okay. I was worried about the battle, and I guess I didn't really have to be worried about the battle. We have a QA team that needs to be taken out. Somehow this Keller and Beck team is spanking people. We're saying what? Bane, Sidious? Bane plus Sidious. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it did. TW Hero is nice because I learn how to play the game. I learn about all of the teams that I've never used before. Do I have a damage immunity? Sure. Speaking of not teams I've never used before because they're my favorite team, but they're often on defense, I am very excited about getting to use the Gungans and getting the Gungan Datacron. They are going to fuck. Ah, damn it. All right, well, we're going to have to update that again. This is not going to end. This is not going to end well for me. Especially with that being my catchphrase. Why Sidious? Oh, well, that worked. All right, well, that's going. We're already $2 in the hole. Oh, God. You hope they don't update TW so we can just have every man, especially GAC too. I actually was thinking tonight of setting a of setting, I can't say the word, of setting a turtle defense for GAC because I wasn't really feeling into playing GAC tonight. I'm kind of annoyed by my last match. I lost my last match by like 5 points because my stranger ended up losing to Leia and I had to clean it up, which was really annoying me. My opponent bled so many banners, didn't have any drops, but it was that close. the Gungans are gonna make sweet, sweet love. My Gungans make sweet, sweet love. All right, what else? We have Keller and Beck. What are we going to throw against Keller and Beck? Let's do Gungans versus Keller and Beck. Just leave the amount blank for a month. No, I mean a turtle defense. I did get this. I don't think it's going to be helpful yet. Do something with crit damage. This has some crit damage. My Gungans will seduce you. Oh, wait. This is not a QA team. I don't have to worry about you exploding me. I have heard that Jar Jar takes so many turns with his Datacron, and I'm excited to not roll it once and having to spend crystals to get it. The nice thing is that this being a cupcake war, I will have reroll materials already. What's up, Micah? Afra's fun. You know, especially after IG90, I just took a lot of my Afra team to Relic 8, and I had a conversation with Phil, and with the end of the era, I obviously am trying to stay on top of my materials. Otherwise, I would have taken more of them to R8. Yeah, I've done a lot of upgrades. The Cobb team with the Jawas as well. I brought a lot of them to R7. I didn't get a chance to use them this week so far, though. You know, we'll see if my next opponent places something that makes it worth it to try. And I'm just sitting on materials because, you know, with era battles, I want to make sure that I have what I need. Okay, so we finished that up. We have 2 quad made teams left. What do we think? I mean, we could just do, because we don't really have to. We don't have to worry. We're not in a position where this matters. Crit damage. Rock and crit damage. I guess let's stun Queen, right? Seems to make the most sense. Well, Rada being amazing has really helped a lot of people who have not invested heavily in their era. It has been very annoying for me because I have had to spend additionally to get my Rada higher so that I'm not in the top 30. Previously, I was in like the top 4. And I was starting each day in like the top 30, sometimes the top 50 once he started coming out. It's quite annoying. Okay. We have to go for Barris first. It's okay. We'll just keep stacking SLKR, right? Eventually you'll die. There we go. do we got left? And Uncle Rummy, we call him Unk in the guild. Uncle Rummy is going to take out that last quad mate team so that we can TW hero elsewhere on this board. Let's go, Rummy. Don't screw it up. Pirates should be right because Jedi Master Mace Windu's not in the Lightspeed tokens yet. I think just the clones, correct? So that means Pirates should be in not the next era, but the era after that, possibly. But don't quote me on that. Where the hell is my other shoe? There it is. My house slipper. Let's go, Rummy. Actually, I could check the store while we're waiting. Mace is in the LSTs. If Mace is in the LSTs, then Pirates might be next era. Okay, so then Pirates should possibly be in the next era. Or at least half of the Pirates would be in the next era. Depending on if they upgrade or update on time. Oh, let's go, Rummy. Unk is our raid officer. Speaking of the raid, my God, yes, they need to give us some information. It has been so slow. It really sucks to be in this position. And Dan, I think, was talking about this last week on stream when we were talking about roster reviews. If you're in the earlier game, it's very easy to give you a roster review and tell you where to go. But if you're towards the end game and there's only a couple things left for you to do, it's really hard to say, hey, yeah, do this thing when we know, all right, we have to worry about the raid coming up. We have to make sure that we have what we need for the raid because you don't want your guild to lose too many raid boxes. Right? It's one thing, we're at max raid box. I do not expect to be at max raid box at the beginning of a raid. I do expect that we'll lose 2 raid boxes early on, but we don't want to lose those boxes forever. We don't want to lose those boxes for long term. So we need to be able to jump on that stuff as quickly as we possibly can. And it's really hurting to be... it's really hurting to be in this position right now where I want to upgrade things. Right? Like, I really, really want to upgrade things. What needs to be upgraded? I'd love for my Afra squad. I'd love for Afra to be R9. I'd love for IG90 to be R8. People are surprised that I don't have a full Inquisitor R8 squad. I would love to finish my Inquisitors and bring them up to R8 so that they can do the special mission on Haven class. But I can't right now. I cannot justify it with everything going on. I have plenty of materials, but all of this is going to the era. All of this is going to the next raid or whatever else is happening in the game. It's all spoken for. You did, Mr. Cocaine, you did get a very nice handwritten letter, but as Ani knows, the handwritten letter is not a good thing. The handwritten letter is, there is so much going on your account, and we need to make sure to remember everything that's happening there. All right, this is where the TW hero truly comes out. I think we'll be okay on auto. We've got to race the rest of the guild to beating these things. Let's do 1, 2. I think we can get away with 4, right? I think we can do it. We don't need a whole team. Take these guys out. I think we could have done this with 3. Wake up, it's that time again. You know what? We need an intro. We've been working on an outro for the stream for brunch, but we also need an intro for TW Hero. We gotta make Moonborn work for the money I don't send him. JMK can do this probably, right? Get rid of this guy. Where's the rest of that team? Actually, let's use Mace. And where is Snips? There she is. TW Hero. Did I say TB Hero? I very much meant TW Hero. I want to kill you, but I know I'm going to get stuck behind you. So we're going to hope for the best here. I think we are safe now. Yeah, we're turning into like a real streamer with all of these intros and outros and scenes. And I used to log in and just do whatever I wanted, and there was no pomp, no circumstance, nothing to worry about. Now I constantly have to pay attention to that stuff. Let's get it. Gotta move fast. Oh, man. I started farming Cantina 9D because I need blue and white right now. I've burned through so much white in converting it to R10 material. And green, I don't have a ton of green, but I have a much higher degree of green. Gotta be prepared. These guys. Ray, Ufus, where are you, Ben? JTR. Let's just do resist. I feel like I can do this with just resistance. Let's do this with Hero Fin. I think we can do it with 4. I think we can do it with 3, personally. $400, $500. That's not a bad amount. I mean, at that point with greens, I'd probably convert some of it. I try to only convert grays. But if I have that much of a disparity, I'm probably converting. Because I want to make sure that I never want to be in a position where I have to convert for corrupted signal data. I always want to be in a position where I choose to convert for corrupted signal data. We're going to put this on auto basic because we do not want to eat your TM. Let's you. There it is. If only you could underman for extra banners in TW, right? What else can we do? Could throw a Stranger in there. Where is Stranger? Do I have it in my Territory Wars one? And a Jedi. I don't think I need a strong Jedi for this. Let's do Jairus. I think we're going to be safe. I think we're going to be A-okay. The important thing is that we beat Ani. We do not let Ani out-hero us. And since his entire roster is Relic 3, I think we're going to be okay. Do I have something? I do. Happy Cinco de Julio. Mucho grande. Es cervezas muy pequeño. Ah, there he is. C Squared coming in here. He heard us talking about coming up with songs, and he's like, I have to join. He's driving to church, and he's like, I don't know your wife's name, but like, listen, wife. I have a strong sense that an egg needs me right now. You go in. I'll be in just a minute. Just burning through. Do we have something here? I don't know what beats that. We don't want to waste time on that. See what we gotta do our heroing. I think it would be C Squared. I think it'd be Jukebox Hero. We could repurpose Jukebox Hero into TW Hero. Uh-oh. You're getting too many turns. That's not good. Oh, there we go. You guys are screwed now. Mostly R6 now. Oh god, I hate it. Kill it with fire. I like when people DM me and they're like, and they're like, I'd like to be on your guild list. And I look at their account and they're like 15 million. But they can't do any R8 combats. And I'm like, yes, it's nice that your numbers are high, but they're not very helpful to us. Sure, let's fine. I think we're okay. God can wait. He believes in this mission too. It's okay. Actually, I mean, he doesn't mind being called out. I've learned, so I will say. I had a talk with Cunctator a few days ago about being put on our guild's waiting list, and I was trying to explain to him, like, hey man, yes, your guild GP is high enough for our guild, but you have a mod score of like 3, and you have 0 cohesive teams that can help us in the Relic 9 planets. So I don't know what you expect me to do. You want to join an endgame TW guild, or TB guild, not TW guild. Yeah, you need cohesive R9 teams. Holding out for a TW hero. I think the extra 2 words, 2 syllables, 3 syllables actually, W, doesn't let that song breathe the way that it needs to breathe. But I otherwise very much appreciate the sentiment with that one. Oh, there he is. Snorlax, who doesn't ever join the streams except for his daily roster reviews. We gotta set him up with his own streaming stuff so that he could just do his own streams. CT Drill Man, good morning. Feeling good today. I'm not hungover. I've got my coffee. We've got the stream running. Brunch is like therapy to me, so we're good. And Thrawn, we're below you. We're at 47, and we're not really pushing this summer too much because we do have a lot of people who are, I don't know if this will work. We do have a lot of people who go away for, not for the holidays, who go away for summer. And so we've kind of like said, yes, we're going to keep where we're doing. Yes, you're still expected to do your stuff, but at the same time, we're not going to push too terribly hard because we do understand that people go on vacation. Xander, I think that Snorlax just does not want you to ever get egg draws again. Snorlax spends all day and all night thinking of ways to not get me through the stuff that we need to get through in a day so that you never get an egg draws. What else do we have here? Gas, fine. Perfect, beautiful. I love these back walls. Taking out a whole wall by myself. I don't know. It's that segment that we have an intro for, but never do. It's a very high stress segment too. Egg draws, like super high stress. I enjoy doing it, but like I'm not a good artist, but I'm also a perfectionist at the same time. So knowing that these things are coming out so poorly kind of pisses me off. What do we have left? We could do Afra. Let's try Afra. Where's 000, BT? There we go. Oh my god. Guys, stop. Ooh, that's actually a good one too. It is so hard to navigate right now. You know, because, again, Thrawn, I don't know if you're here when we were talking about this before, but, like, nobody wants to do any upgrades right now because they don't want to be caught with their pants around their ankles. Kind of sucks. Makes the game not very interesting right now. I've said this before. I think, as a whole, I like the era system. I don't like Coliseum very much, but I like the system and the idea behind a cohesive narrative. But the way that they've given us information within the era system has been boring because they give us all the information up front. And then we end up sitting there going, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? Dark side, Doku. Answer it. Bang Bang Night. I didn't even stay for fireworks at the game. We found out there was like a 45-minute rain delay and we bounced. Neither of us watches baseball. There was no reason to stay. All right, I think we're good here. There's a whole two-inning game. I don't even know if they continued because it stopped raining and then rained again. Well, that's the problem, Thrawn. Like, I do try to hoard, but then I get on stream and I go, oh, I want to upgrade this guy. And then I do. I end up just doing upgrades that I probably should not be doing just because I can. Hey, user. We are... No, man. It's TW Hero Day. Just like you, we have a cupcake war. So we get to throw crap against the wall. Yes. Swear jar is in effect, and within a minute of being on stream, I already had to add to it. I wasn't even at this screen yet with the swear jar open, and I had to add. It was not good. What about Quadme here? No, because I don't have the Omicron. Never mind. Quadme here, maybe. Let's do, I don't know, crit damage? Do I have any good light side crit damage? Okay, fine. Let's do it. I am. Screw these bounty hunters. They killed my parents. Prepare to die. My name is Egnards Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Never get into an argument with an egg when math is on the line. No, I'm not saying it, Xander. You can't make me fall for it. We already fell for it twice today. Said it within a minute of the stream, and then... and then my Gungans made sweet and glorious love. What do we got here? How did somebody lose this battle? Ooh, what about Cobb? Do I have Cobb set up somewhere? I think I set up a Cobb team. I did. I don't know. Let's just see how Cobb does here. No! Why? Why do you do this to me? Okay, I don't care that I'm 8th. Ani is ahead of me. I hate you, man. I hate you so much. I almost definitely do not have a good team to take this on. We can try Mercs. We can try. Oh, come on, Adis. Why do you do this to me? Oh. Why? CT Drill, if you... Listen, I've said this before. You move on in guilds when you are outpacing your guild. When you are no longer... When your guild no longer meets your demand, that is when you move guilds. If you're doing way more than your guild is, you change guilds. That's just how it works. I used all of my good teams already. Ooh, I could maybe do Cobb here. Though I don't have the TW Omicron for Cobb. You said Tuscan? Which one is it? Tuscan Warrior? I mean, he's R5. Whatever. It doesn't actually matter, right? Like, who cares? Let's just see what happens. I would love to tell you, Kents, but I have used this team all of one time. I don't know how to use it at all. Just gonna throw it on auto because I don't know what I'm doing with this team. I did upgrade it a little bit. If I even... There we go. Get rid of their damage. Okay. Much better. I am a noob. I don't know why people watch me. Come on. I know, but I just want to hit auto. User, trust the process, man. Look at that. Trust the process. Telling me not to hit auto. Come on. Okay, do we still have this back wall? No, the back wall is completely dead. All of my good teams are gone. This is only an R7 team. Don't have any Omicrons that would be useful here. What Datacron? What is this? I do have Django Cron. Of course, did not set up the Django team. What is it? It is Django. It is Mandalorian. I believe it's these two boys, right? Is the better team. Oh, I can just look at my TW defense or my TB defense. GAC defense. Okay, so some people use grief, so we're gonna try grief. Auto the power of money. It's Cobb. Cobb Vanth is all old characters and a conquest character. There's no money involved in that. That's like, which one is it? It's Forlom, right? Or is it Zuck? I don't even remember. Where is this one? I think it's this. I don't know. I don't care. Mall. See, mall cash fueled. That's funny. That one's clever. Okay, let's get all the debuffs. Don't know what I'm fucking doing with this team. Nice. I mean, on the one, yeah, I feel like I should just kill him, right? Because then he can't come back. Oh, there goes a banner. That's okay. That's all right, I think. Think we should be good now. That's all that matters. I'm 2 banners ahead of Ani. And hopefully Ani does not have what it takes, because I don't really play fleets well at all, even a little bit. I could throw Executor against Executor and just hope for the best, but that's a crapshoot. I hate that battle. 577. I'll just try it. I always lose this battle. I don't know how to play it. Did I? No, I used my JML against bounty hunters because I don't care. I mean, if I were smart, I would have used some of my GLs against the Lord Vaders. That would have been the smart thing to do. Yeah, the Executor Mirror is just annoying. See, they get their stuff back. Ah, Yannick, hey, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Gonna lose this battle. Because why not? Doesn't really matter. But I always lose it. I don't care. The thing is, see, we lost. The thing is, there's a reason why I keep all 3 of my fleets for offense. And that reason is so that I don't have to deal with those mirrors. We still ahead of Ani? We are still ahead of Ani. Is there anything cheap? Anything that we could make, that we could take out? This is the only time that I'm like, man, I really wish I had some TW Omicrons right now. To be able to take out some of this stuff. But I think that we are dead in the water. I do not think if Ani is able to take any more battles, any more banners, I think that I am kind of screwed in that department. There's no cleanups here. We can always check after the raid. So let's pop into the raid. Let's do my shipments. We'll pop into the raid. And then we'll see if there's anything we can clean up. Ani knows how much being a TW hero matters to me, and he might take that from me today. It's okay. I have the power to boot him from the guild. It's fine. Yep. Well, first of all, even if I did have a backlog of Omicrons, it's not like they could help me. Right? These are the Omicrons that I have left. I don't actually have any Omicrons left that I'm interested in. There's nothing here that I feel like will fundamentally alter anything for me. There's some TW stuff, but we're not a TW guild, so it seemingly is a waste for me to apply them. And I'd like to be able to apply all the non-TW ones from this era once the era is over. Why do I care about GM? What's up, M3? How's it going, man? Like, I don't need it. I don't think, like, at this level of TW, you either win or you lose. There's no interesting battle. Oh, this is the wrong thing. I want to go to the raid. There's no interesting battles. It's either you get paired with a gauntlet guild that is going to screw you up, or you get paired with a guild that you are going to screw up. There's no middle. Micah, the problem with the TB Omicron for Cobb is I don't want to bring all these crappy characters to Relic 9 and That's the only place where new teams is useful to me, is at that 9. You know, I'll take Cobb to 9, but I'm waiting for somebody else to come in and say, oh, hey, you know what? This team at R9 is really helping me beat this node on auto. And if that's the case, if, like, it makes a Vandor node autoable, then I'll consider it. Then it's maybe worth it. Just think, M3. You've watched your kid grow up and now he's off to save China. That's all that matters. We just get to sit here till this guy is targetable because I don't want to waste the AoE. Oh, maybe that AoE. Nope, doesn't do it. Don't want to waste her AoE or his because we'll use those in the... Oh my god, come on. There we go. That's the whole thing, STX, man. It's all about finding ways to auto, like, the top level stuff. Like, there's nothing else. If I can auto a battle, I am happy at that R9 level. There's nothing else that I need to do. So I'm not bringing crap to R9 unless it fundamentally helps me to do those things. Let's get you. Oh, wonderful. It's okay because I can do that. Jocasta, I mean, you know, the Jedi Master Mace Windu team does pretty okay as a GAC staple defense, but it's not amazing. You took a character R9 for platoons. Welcome to the club. You now wait until you take a character to R9 for platoons specifically because someone else messed up their platoons, even though you have a bot that does it for you. And then you end up taking somebody else's platoon unit to R9 just so that you don't lose a star. That's how you know that you are a TB guild. Is R0 DVD able to win against Jabba? I mean, you're going to be facing a relic delta of 5. I have a feeling that you're not winning that battle personally. Yeah, Ani, but like I did it with Wampa, right? I did it with all of the Gungans. Same thing. I'm all about having fun. I'm all about doing like a silly character for the lols. But now your Rebel Network feat is going to be a lot harder to do. That kind of sucks. I'm hoping that I just kind of get that one automatically. Oh my god. Am I gonna have to restart this? I might have to restart this battle. I actually hate the pirates in the raid because there's just not enough AoE. Come on. Yep. Gotta restart it. Crazy. That never happens. Hate that those guys start in stealth. Really, what I normally do is we take the other Hondo and we isolate you. I didn't want to risk not getting full score and then having to do it later. I just felt like it was easier to restart. We can take you out. There we go. I don't need my raid to be fun. I need my raid to be quick. I am happy. Like, my problem with Speeder Bike raid wasn't the auto ability. You know, obviously, you could auto for about 75% of the score. And people did that instead of getting max score because they weren't interested. But my problem with Speeder Bike raid was, one, you made me learn entirely new kits for characters that I've been playing with for years, and two, they fully admitted that they knew that players were having issues with the movement and getting motion sick, and they did nothing about it. It would have done, like, it would have been so easy. That is not a hard change to change the background to a static screen. Or at least give us a toggle. So many players literally could not look at the screen, and that was what really annoyed me about that raid. Dan, you missed a whole era, man. You just get your gold crate and you unlock the character in the 4 to 5 month time cycle, and that's not a big deal. You're going to get caught up. It'll take you some time, but you're going to get there. All right, we got to go into hot utils. Log in with Discord. While we are logging into Discord, a word from our sponsor, Bezos Bucks. If you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, don't forget about Bezos Bucks, because you get a free Prime sub once a month, and why not use it on me? Tushy bidets. You want a clean hiney? Get a Tushy bidet. Hello Fresh. Goodbye Spoil. Recipes that are not really that interesting, but they're cheap and quick. They're not cheap. They're not that expensive though. Update my base loadout. Add missing characters. There we go. And while we are loading the clones, I'm going to go get some water because I need to stay hydrated this morning. Fill empty slots. Ooh, pancakes. Breakfast this morning sounds good. Ani, look, I think there needs to be a campaign where everybody emails Tushy Bidets and they're like, man, there's this guy on Twitch and YouTube who is constantly talking about how much he loves your product. And I really think you should reach out to him. I really want that to happen. Like, please help me out with that. Tushy Bidet as a sponsor. I don't even want them to pay me. I literally do not care if they pay me. I love their product so much, and I think it would be funny to be sponsored by them. All I want them to do is send me a second bidet, and I will talk about them I'll make fake commercials for the middle of our stream. I don't care. That's how much I love their product. Mr. Red, I appreciate the Bezos bucks. Thank you. We're at 9 of 10 new subs for whatever this goal thing is that Twitch set up for me. Look at that. Look at Twitch being a bro. Let's get this Slenderman squad going. Wow, that was dumb. I shouldn't hit you. Silly of me. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the whole run. Da-da-da-ba-dee-dee. Da-da-da-da-da. Something about France, England, and Spain. Man, stream from a bidet. I used my bidet this morning. It was quite nice. I'm telling you guys, listen, I've said this. I mean, there's always new people in here, and so I'll say it again, but I've had to, like, tell my father-in-law who is scared of bidets. So I'll tell all of you here, if there is anyone who is terrified of bidets, the bidet will not make you gay. And if it does, you are just finding out your true self right there in the moment, and you're saving yourself some time. Get yourself a bidet. Please do it. It just makes your butt, in the interest of not even saying that other word, even though it is not something we are tracking as being good or bad, it is worth it. It makes you feel clean. Now, Twitch is telling me that another sub came in and we hit that goal of 10, but it's not telling me where it came from. You would think that it would, but it is not. So whoever that was, I apologize. Unless it was just lagging there. No, I know Sanely Red. That one came through, but that should have been 9 of 10. It won't make you gay. I think that if their slogan was "it won't make you gay," I think that might be problematic. So I don't know if they should use that as their advertising slogan. But I do want to assure you, if that is your concern, if you find out that you are gay after using a bidet, you are just finding out about your authentic, true self. Why? Am I doing something wrong? Oh, no. I did something wrong last time. Yeah, why is this... Why are these stuns not hitting? That's possible. That is very, very possible, Grex. But I will say, we just got one from Moonman. 1v1 Moonman. Another Prime Bezos bucks. So we'll just assume that that was the one, and we're going to say thank you. How we doing? We're doing good. I'm feeling great today. Oh my god, I don't feel hungover. The one thing I'm annoyed about is it's supposed to rain all day today. It's supposed to rain all week. Why am I not getting any stuns? Find out about your true self. That has more potential. Come on. Okay, so I got the stun there. There we go. See, now we got the double stun. Perfect. Now we are good. Still have all my fingers. No fireworks for me yesterday. I'm not a fireworks person. I don't really care. I don't get the big deal about fireworks. They don't mean anything to me. I don't find them interesting. If there are kids around, I like to set off some smaller ones because it's cool to watch kids be all excited by them. But I otherwise don't really understand the hype behind them. I don't understand fireworks shows. They look almost exactly the same every single fireworks show to me. There we go. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm just not interested in fireworks. I've never have been. Was that your first time watching Project Hail Mary? Because it is an amazing movie. There we go. Can I finish this? That'd be nice. Your old Camelback into a backcountry. They do sell portable bidets. I've never tried one. Those seem weird to me. They're like little squeeze bottles. It does solve a problem, though, because the one problem with bidets is that once you start using one, you start to feel like a heathen anytime you poop somewhere that's not your house. That is the one negative of a bidet. Bidet. Look at that. Yeah, it's so listen, if I were in Disney, I would want to see the fireworks show once. I know that they're known for that, but I would not care to see it a second time. It would not matter to me. Now, again, if I had kids, then, yes, I like the idea of being able to watch them experience it. That to me is cool. But what I don't understand, and this happens anytime you go to a fireworks show, is that people will sit there with their phone and they'll watch the entire thing through their phone so that they can share it on social media, right? And like, you haven't even watched the show. Just sit at home and drink a beer. Like, who cares? Bidets contractually come with a high horse for you to be on. I don't care, man. That is a high horse that I will gladly sit on. Is there anything for me to clean up? There isn't. There isn't. I am still 2 banners ahead. All right. I don't think we're safe, but I think we are as far as we're going to go there. We're going to boot up hot utils again. And then I guess we do have to get into roster reviews. Guess it's that time. I guess we can allow Snorlax to come join us. Snorlax, are you there? Gonna load up our base loadout. 6 units in this loadout have fewer than 6 units have. Who would those 6 be? It would really just be, unless they're counting era units. You need my professional TW opinion. My official TW opinion is find yourself a guild that does not care. I have so little care. This is the one thing that my guild has to like remind me to set my defense. I hate TW so much that I just put off the defense until the last minute because it takes so long to do. Would I ever have kids? Yeah, I mean, my wife and I are, man, I can't say the word. My wife and I are actively trying to have kids. We are making that attempt. She has, what is it called? PCOS, I think. POC, polycystic ovary. Yeah, PCOS. So it is more difficult for us. There will hopefully be a little Egnards one day. We may have to go through fertility options or through adoption, but that is a goal that we are hoping for at this point. Who does not have them? Everybody should have mods. Is it just my era units? I think it's just my era units. Just want to make sure. Yeah, it is just era units, I guess. Planning on Ray Jabba and JML back to back, but I don't have any tank to token for them, but I take 1,500 a day. Should I buy tank LST2 or just stay for them and buy other tokens? Baby Quiggled. Look, Hidai, the way that I see any type of purchase is ask yourself if that tank token will fundamentally speed something up for you. If it will fundamentally speed something up for you, then yeah, great, buy it if you have the money and you want to. Cool. I'm never going to tell someone not to spend money on something that they enjoy, right? But no, we're not doing era stuff. Screw that. We were just making sure these were the characters that the game was telling me don't have mods. But what's up, Ali? What players often find themselves in is in a position where they spend money in things that are not actually slowing them down, right? And that is where players should be careful, is making sure that they are not buying things for parts of the game that are not actually slowing things down. Well, no sorting by empty mod slot. I don't need to because everything has mods. I'm just getting used to the new hot utils because the new hot utils includes those era units. Every character has mods. Every single one of them has mods. Always, 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 always mods. And then I just funnel them through. Like, does Ethkoth have good mods? No, they are terrible. So all I had to do was go like this and go, oh, hey, everybody's got them. Will I have an Eggy Jr. and Exhibith? I don't know. Hopefully we have one of them at some point, you know. So that is, we'll see how that journey goes. Summer vacation, I feel like I haven't actually rested yet because the first couple of weeks of summer I do summer camps. I contract out to summer camps and I travel and I do karate classes for like special needs camps. So this next week is the last week of me doing that. And then the next 6 weeks, I just relax until school. So I still have one more week of some degree of during the day work that needs to get done. Do you know the PCOS's name has changed? I had no idea. The next children's book, An Egg for Egnards, which has like some degree of double entendre. Well, it's not a double entendre, but it is a second layer to the joke. Okay. All right. We do have to get to roster reviews. You wanna so much error currency. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're at the point of the game where you still need error currency, if you're still doing GL, you should 100% be using error currency on tokens. It is the best value that you can possibly get. I can't work summer. I used to work summer school. I used to work extended school year. I hated it. I squirrel away all school year so that I don't have to work it. I don't do it. I can't do it. All right. Okay. We're going to fill this up. We're going to go into quick break and then into roster reviews, and we'll have Snorlax join us because Snorlax, for some reason, needs another review, but I don't know if my advice is going to change for him at all. So I will be right back.
Roster reviews. Egnards is having a break and taking a roster reviews. Talking to me that what pack sex should sell to you. Ooh, to you. To you.
Okay, I am back, and I believe there he is. Snorlax, what is up, my man? Are you being heard yet? Oh, I don't think you're being heard yet. That's okay. Let's just see. Brunch chat. You should be heard. Say hi. All right. It is not showing up on my stream that you're being heard, but we've had that issue before. So is everybody else hearing our favorite mascot, Snorlax? Or do I have to mess with things some more? That is annoying. Yeah, because the source says that you're here, but it's not showing on my side that it's actually doing anything. it, that it really is every week. It's just Snorlax reviews. Someone can't decide about his own roster, so you're not hearing. Why is this? All right, we're gonna do a couple of things. Well, the monkey is speaking, but it's not. My application audio is on the right channel. Interesting. Monitor off. I don't monitor. Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. Don't want to monitor because I don't want to hear it. But output should be on. Just keep talking to me, man. No, I don't know why it's not. Why is that not working? It has. It has. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the audio source and we're going to just reboot it. That is annoying. App audio. Out. So it looks right now. It looks like you wonder if Snorlax is trolling. Right now, it's funny because it looks like I'm talking to myself. That is what's going on. Let's see. Application audio. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't find that. Add new source. I'm just going to type it in as Snorlax because it's always you. And where is this channel? Egg notifications, Egg assistant, Discord. No, because that's not the right channel. Exception. Why is there Xbox Game Bar in here? I don't. Streamlabs. See. Well, it's not showing this, which is quite interesting to me. I think it hates you. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing you. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. All right, let's try it now.
Oh, is it working now?
You should be talking now. Now you're actually coming through. I'm seeing it in my my thing. All right. There we go.
Reviews is coming back for newly scheduled release. Welcome back, everybody. We have Snorlax reviews with our host Snorlax.
Now, all of those jokes that were one-sided before, people can actually hear them. All right. Well, you are back. When was our last review? Like a month ago? Has anything actually fundamentally changed?
Fundamentally, not that much, I think, on a fundamental level. I've just completed Ahsoka, though, which is huge.
Completed Ahsoka. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes.
I'm done with Ahsoka. So TLDR, the difference is that I'm done with Ahsoka. Now I'm gonna go for our Dear Poverty Bros to R9. I remember you talked about that. But after that, because I didn't expect to get Ahsoka so fast. Mainly because I didn't expect the cat bundle.
You didn't.
Then
you didn't. Yeah, and then that came out. How can you talk?
So somewhere along the line, I got cat. Then I also didn't expect to get gas so fast. But then I decided to spend like 4+ K, maybe almost 7K crystals on that. So I now have gas done.
Okay, so let's take a look. There's no reason for me to guess the GP because you're here every day. Let's see what's going on.
So what is it? You're not even gonna guess?
There's no reason to guess. I see your roster every week. So
not every week. Every month.
No, even in members chat, you're constantly asking me questions, and I have to go and I have to look at your roster, and so it would be unfair of me to guess here. What do we got? We got Leia, Jabba, SOKR, Sith Eternal, Ahsoka. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5. Let's see where we are with everything else. Our tools. Going in, gear tracker. Ray, we're 400 away. Do we have Ben? No. Right? No Ben. Okay, so she's worthless.
For Ben.
It is nice when people are on stream because I can just ask them the questions anyway. What are your thoughts on what do you think you're going to be doing with what's her name, Leia? Do you think you're going to red crate and get her?
3 months. I think 4 months unlock.
4 months. Okay. So JML is going to need to start being on your radar now. I know he's very, very close. Before we didn't really care, but now we care.
Done, which is like 2 more tunes that I can do, and then I have to farm up a bit.
It's the holding hands. It's holding Snorlax's hand as he walks across the street. Do you know what this is? This segment is what we need to turn this segment into Have you ever seen that Japanese TV show where they send the 5-year-old off to go get groceries by himself? You ever see that show?
Nope.
No or yes?
I've never seen that.
Never. Okay, so
No.
there's a show in Japan, and I don't watch it religiously, but it's essentially they like give a like 5-year-old a grocery list of maybe like 2 or 3 items, and they see if they can get to the grocery store, pick up the items, and come back home by themselves. And obviously, it's safe. They have people following them because there's cameras and everything. But it's an adorable show, and that's basically what this segment is. Is we send Snorlax out with a list, and we see if Snorlax is actually going to follow that list or not. And then he's going to come back a month later, and we're like, oh, we thought you died, but you didn't. Okay. Lord Vader, our clones, so I don't have to switch screens. What are our clones looking like?
Those are R5. I haven't really done much. I just opened them. I put DSC is at R6 because he's a Cantina farm, and I just gave him the Kyber token.
Gave him the Kyber token. Okay. So Lord Vader, I mean, you have the clones, so Lord Vader becomes a viable option. Who are we missing there? Just Padme, Newt, Embo, Arc. All right. Star Killer. We have Jabba, Executor, Profundity. We have Afra, Cal. We have Leviathan.
I don't have Jim. I am only like missing 5 GLs.
Okay, but if you tell me all the information up front, then this doesn't become compelling content. I have to click through all the buttons. If I can't click through all the buttons, then the people don't get what they're here for. They're here to watch me click through the buttons. That's why they're here, Snorlax. They're not here to listen to me. They're not here to listen to you making fun of me. They're here to watch me click the buttons and for whatever the ad is on .gg on the side. We have Tano, we have Ahsoka, we have Balin, we have Jedi Master. Do we have Hondo? No, we don't have Hondo yet. We have Gas, you said, is at Relic 8 now?
Yes, it's a requirement for Ahsoka.
Yes, okay. And okay, so we need to get him to R9 for Hondo. I want the Snorlax review of users roster.
Xander, I will tell him to R9 everything.
That's basically members chat every day. Members chat is Egnards, should I buy this? And user going, I bought 10. Of course you should buy that 30 times.
Just be like Chase Empire. Slowly work towards a full R10 roster.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do with Hondo here. Click the button is our new dance egg. I think because the new era is less than a month away, we are going to hold off on Hondo just long enough to see if these characters go to Lightspeed tokens in the next era. And if this was 3 months ago, I do not like telling people wait. I hate telling people wait for a new era. I hate telling people wait for a Lightspeed token, but we're so close that I think it's worth just seeing. Especially because now JML starts to become important with with Jedi training Leia. But you have about 4 months in order to really focus on getting him. Where is Ben in our priority list? How many shards does he have?
60.
60.
4 months,
so we are nowhere near until right after this review, Ben gets a Lightspeed token or a Lightspeed bundle, right?
If I decide to buy it, because I might decide that I'm spending too much on the game. Which
You
I
might
probably am
decide.
spending too much on the game.
I mean, listen, you know the people that we hang out with, that there is a lot of money coming through this game, and the way that I see it is, if you're happy, if you're enjoying it, if it's not affecting your finances, who cares? Can I dance?
So
I cannot. For user, it's fine. I don't know how much he spends. He spends thousands a month. He'll tell you that, and he'll also tell you that his hobby of this game is cheaper than other rich people hobbies. So for him, he might even be saving. He'll tell you that like one handbag for his wife is worth more than he spends in this game in a month.
So real.
You know? Yes, I've got my Swugga Daddy, and you got to work hard to have a Swugga Daddy, believe it or not. There is a lot that is involved in having a Swugga Daddy. You have to impress your Swugga Daddy. You have to cuddle your Swugga Daddy. You have to make him feel needed. You have to make your Swugga Daddy feel wanted. You have to talk when your Swugga Daddy wants to talk. It is, and users here as I'm talking about cuddling. I love it.
Saving a lot, says user.
Yeah. You gotta know how to treat your Swugga Daddy.
The hashtag statement is good. We're not even starting. Jory.
That's you gotta have the right knee pads. With you have to have your jewel encrusted knee pads. You know, so now we're getting off topic. Where do you sign up? You have to let the Swugga Daddies come to you. You know, you have to have enough of a reputation that the Swugga Daddies reach out to you. You don't want to be too eager. If you're too eager, the Swugga Daddies get scared off. So you have to seem nonchalant. You have to seem blasé about it. And you have to let the Swugga Daddies slide into your DMs. It's kind of how it works. All right, we've gotten so completely off topic here. I'm proud of us for not using any curse words during that, though. JML does need to be on our agenda, so we do want to get Ray Jedi training up there. I'm assuming that you have everything available to get her, right? Because it's not hard.
I can't remember. I would just gear her.
Yeah,
I'll just see and just use my get two because I have a stash of get two, and my get one, which I will now use on gear since I have Malak and gas instead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I now can use everything on gear. Oh, so freeing.
Yeah. So just keep her in mind, because again, you have 3 to possibly 4 months, so it doesn't need to be done right away. You are very close to being able to get JML, but you can kind of work towards that. Kenobi, Lord Vader, man. Because here's the thing, because you have Cat right now. What about Watt? Where's Watt?
Nothing.
Oh,
I'm waiting for the Lightspeed.
We've had a Lightspeed bundle for Watt before, correct?
Yes, and I did not buy it. Okay, actually, funny story. The first time it came out, it was just purely Watt, not JMK2. I bought it. It gave me crystals.
Oh, and you didn't like reach out to customer service?
No, I was a bit.
You were just okay with that?
I was like, whatever, and I somehow was able to make use of the crystals. But then, whatever.
Okay, that's fine. Wait. When did that happen? How long ago did that happen?
That was last year, man. That was almost a year ago.
Oh my god, man! Do you?
The disappointment in your voice.
Yeah, it's annoying because like normally, Moonborn needs to create a transition of me on a bidet. On a bidet? Do you even know how to use a bidet? You don't sit on a bidet. That'll make you gay. Which again is fine. We're cool with that here. We accept everybody, and anyone who doesn't agree with that can, you know what? I'm gonna add the dollar. I don't care. Anyone who doesn't agree with that can get fucked. It's worth the dollar. It's worth it. But so normally when people's Lightspeed tokens get transferred into crystals, we call that winning the lottery, because you keep the crystals and you just go to the forums and you get that taken care of, and they take care of it for you. So it's like you get a free crystal bundle, and you just let that sit, and that sucks, because this would be the perfect time to get Wat Tambor. This would be the perfect time.
It's just JMK anyways.
First,
and once I get the bundle, I literally have everything basically for him.
I think you should at least try. As long as if you have the receipt, I don't think it's called
definitely.
I don't think it's called a Watt bundle.
I just
Because
need to find when it came out because I all the receipts are emailed to me.
if you can find the receipt for that specific bundle, I think a year ago you might not get a response. You might not get it, but I think it's worth going to the forums and at least trying. Because
I'll
again,
do it if I feel like I'm not lazy.
this is, oh my
Okay,
God.
I probably won't do it.
This is the perfect time for going for JMK because we want to wait like 3 weeks for Hondo just to see if the Lightspeed tokens are going to be there for Pirates because it's not a long wait. And JML is just so quick that it's not going to take that entire 4-month time.
Or I can do Lord Vader.
Well, that's the other option, right? But I think that JMK would have been the better option now because you have Cat, and we're kind of stopped there. Yeah, user Child's Play is a charity. Child's Play gives entertainment to kids in children's hospitals. It's not just video games. They do stuffed animals. They do toys. They do all entertainment needs for kids that are stuck at staying at children's hospital. That tip jar will be going to Child's Play once it gets to a reasonable enough amount where we can make a nice donation. Maybe we'll just wait till Christmas and we'll do it around the Christmas holiday just for the hell of it. Every F-bomb is $1 added in there. So that's how we're going to stop myself from saying that Gungans do what Gungans do.
They do business.
They make sweet, sweet love now, is what they do. So, Lord, yeah. I mean, look, Lord Vader is really your only other option. And look, yeah, you notice that I did increase the cost of the Bones redemption because it costs me money every time it gets redeemed now. So, fuck you, Bones.
Run to the surgeon.
I actually lowered the push-ups again, Xander. It's 12, not 15. Redeem them all in one day on right before Christmas. I think Lord Vader is really your option right now because JMK is not an option, and you do have the clones. So this would be a fundamentally good time to just get Lord Vader knocked out of the way. That should probably be your priority project right now. I would say, oh God, no, we need the push-ups, M3. We need the push-ups. We need the push-ups for my beef with Rabid Beaver. I would say that when you get Lord Vader, you probably want to get the clones to a minimum of Relic 7. But realistically, the Lord Vader team really works on the fundamentals of high relics. And the higher your relics for the whole team, the better the team performs. Where are you in GAC right now? We can look. Kyber 3.
Kyber 3. Bouncing between 3 and 4.
Okay. I would say you definitely want your clones to be at a minimum Relic 7. And you have other things to do where you don't need to bring them to 8 or 9 immediately right now. But Lord Vader will be your priority project. JML is going to happen pretty quickly for you, so we're not too concerned about it. That is one of those things where even if you happen to get Jedi Training Leia in the 3-month time frame, that you will be able to very easily just kind of pick this up. So we're not too concerned about it, but we do want to keep that on our radar. I think that what I would say is Lord Vader is your priority. Jedi Master Luke, you're going to start working on. Hondo is going to be, you're going to pivot right to Hondo right after we find out about those Lightspeed tokens, which should be in about 3 weeks. And if they update it,
not in the tokens, just still go for Hondo, yeah?
Yeah, if he's not in the tokens, I don't think you should wait 3 months. You know what I mean?
Valid. Yeah.
I don't think it is worth it. It's man, you fuck you, Bones.
Oh, that's $1.
There's another one. We might have to raise those
Chocolate is
costs
very
again.
happy.
Every 6K channel points really hurt me. Timu.
I can get 3 gels in 2 months. Yeah, definitely, man. I can raise around the corner. GML is right there.
You can without too much spending, but Ray is not going to be really useful to you without Ben. I would say that your priority is right now Lord Vader. Right after Lord Vader, go for Hondo. If the Lightspeed tokens are there, great. You're going to do it primarily through Lightspeed tokens. If the Lightspeed tokens are not there, it's just not worth waiting another 3 months for him because he's so important with Smuggler's Run 3.
Yeah.
JML is going to be your tertiary farm here, and you can do that closer to when you're unlocking Leia because he's not going to really be useful to you without Leia. You have the Duel of the Fate Brothers, right? But you don't have the Pretty Boys.
No poverty bros, no.
And they're all Relic 7, man.
Yep.
I hate the idea of holding off on the Pretty Boys. I know other people disagree with me, but they can all go do something with a rusty screwdriver. Do something.
Oni. Bye, Oni.
I have to check my TW after to see if he inched above me in banners. Hey, Berm. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I can't even say that. I can't. No, I'm not reading that, Allie. I can't even. We can make sweet, sweet love to Phil.
We love the R9 Wampa.
340. You know what? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to do Lord Vader. This is what I'm going to tell you to do anyway. You're going to do Lord Vader. And while you're either building up Lightspeed tokens or gear farming or shard farming for like Vayne and Captain Silvo, that is when you're going to R9 your Pretty Boys.
Okay.
So it's going to be Vader, Pretty Boys, Hondo, JML. Boom, done. And please go look for that receipt and try. Please go look for the receipt and try. Just try. It's so... This actually really annoys me. Like, truly, truly annoys me that you spent, what, how much was the WAP bundle? 19, or was it one of those $40 ones? Do you remember?
It was definitely not 40, man. I think it's 19. Yeah, wait.
Okay.
Let me...
So, like, imagine... We are talking to Snorlax, who is a serial roster review person, a person who gets roster reviews constantly, and he likes the idea of roster reviews, but not listening to the advice. It annoys me. Imagine, like, you ordered DoorDash and you got, like, $20 worth of, I don't know. I don't know what your favorite thing is, and... like Taco Bell. I'm going to say Taco Bell because you can get a lot of Taco Bell for like $20. Because $20 doesn't go as far as it used to. It doesn't matter if it's there. I don't care. Just think of what you would order for $20. And instead of getting the thing that you wanted, you got, actually this happened to me once with DoorDash. So this happened like 6 or 7 years ago. My wife and I ordered Chinese food. I don't remember exactly what we got, but it was probably dumplings, lo mein, beef and broccoli, and like General Tso's chicken. So that would be like a $40 to $50 order. And the guy came to our house. He dropped it off at our house. It was like right around COVID, so there was no like handoffs. It was just knocking on the door and then leaving it there. When we got our order and we brought it upstairs, the order was like a $70 order. It was not our order. It was more food than we had ordered, except none of it was food that we would have eaten or ordered. It was like there was maybe fried rice, which we'll eat, and dumplings, which we'll eat. But the rest of the order was like seafood stuff, which my wife doesn't eat, and things that like I'll eat, but I wouldn't have ordered or paid for. I'm not going to sit there and go, well, I got more food than I ordered, but none of it's stuff that I like. Let me just sit here and deal with it. No, I'm going to call and I'm going to say, hey guys, you got, somebody messed up here. I paid my money. I want the thing that I ordered. And you can do that politely. You don't have to be a dick about it. I was stuttering because I was deciding whether I was going to say that word or not, even though it's not part of the swear jar. I want the thing that I paid for. It's nice that you got crystals, but $20 worth of crystals is like 2,000 crystals, 3,000 crystals. It's not anywhere near the value of a Lightspeed bundle. So it's like, it annoys me so much that you kind of just went, whatever, I got crystals out of it. Like, I know at this point it's going to be really hard to get those things, but it would have been so easy for you last year. And if it happened last year, and if it had happened last year and you had messaged me about it like 3 days later, I probably could have gotten it done for you. So it annoys me that you don't have what?
Well, it looks like I don't have the so. Oh well.
You don't have what?
I cannot find the receipt.
Ugh. That's because they name all of their packs like CG Bundle Galaxies 43. Like, they don't name it like what?
They name it properly, though. They do name it properly.
Not always. I've seen some of them. I don't know about that specific bundle, but and just, you should have what? And it's like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? What words are in the swear jar? That is exclusively an F-bomb jar. Exclusively an F-bomb jar. Everything else I'm going to try and taper off on and not say, because I can definitely use language outside of cursing constantly, but it's an F-bomb jar. Do the outlog tags appear correctly for you when using Cobb versus Pico? Seems it does not work as intended in GAC, at least in TW, but I may be mixing it up. I don't know, user, because like, I don't know, like, I can't go into a GAC battle now and check. I don't imagine that it would change on defense, right? So what is it? The constable tags, the outlaw tags. I actually have no idea. I've only had to use the team once. Oh, an outlaw is not even a tag. I'd have to look in battle. How long until Egnards fakes swearing? That's exactly what's going to start happening. In school, I say, instead of saying Jesus Christ, I say Cheez-Its and rice.
Cheez-Its and rice.
Yeah.
Why is that so funny?
I don't know why I do it. I don't know when I started doing it, but I think it's so funny. So anytime a kid says something stupid, I go Cheez-Its and rice. Why do we care? Why do we care about cussing, Berm? It's a great question. I had somebody mention in one of my Zeta Protocol videos. He had said, that one thing that he kind of wished was that a lot of people who produce content for this game would not curse as liberally as they do, just because, there are a lot of young, like, his kids are getting to the age of Star Wars and playing this game, and he wants to be able to enjoy it with his kids. And he wasn't being mean about it. He wasn't like saying stop cursing. He was very polite about it. And I had a thought with myself, and I decided, most of the time I don't actually need to curse. Most of the time it's not necessary. I will curse when I have to. I will curse when it's necessary. I will curse when it's important. But a lot of the time, I lean on those F-bombs for no reason. And so I thought that this would be a fun way to support charity, and to reduce my F-bomb usage and to try and reduce some of my unnecessary
But the real question
swearing.
is, why the not?
What's the real question?
Oh, it was it's a joke of me self-censoring myself before saying the F-bomb.
Uh,
I was trying to make a joke.
the point is that we're trying, right? We're trying because I think it was a reasonable request, and so we're doing that. And there might be fun ways to come up with other ways, you know, like, again, my Gungans make sweet love. Like, to me, that's funny, and we'll go with that. Snorlax, are we good? Do we have your answer for right now?
Yeah, I think okay. So basically now, what I am gonna do is I will get the Lord of the Vader.
You will get Lord Vader. You're gonna.
Then
We're
after that,
gonna
I
go into
will-
Pretty Patrol. We're gonna go for Hondo, whether it's Lightspeed tokens or farming at that point, so we can decide which is
whether I'm
which.
whether I want to
and-
kill myself or not. Yes.
And then we're gonna go for JML around the time that Leia comes out.
Mhm.
And 2 days from now, the Ben Lightspeed token will come out, and you'll be on here next week asking me, should I go for Ray at this point? And the reality is that you're so close to Ray that it really, you know, it doesn't even.
I thought
Doesn't
before,
really
like
matter.
every single the chat is like, if Ben comes out and you buy Ben, go for it because you're already
Yeah.
there.
You're
Isn't that
already
the
there.
answer?
You're already there. And look, now that Ezra isn't with Ray, like it's not like she's a priority, but she's not really useful until you have Ben. So
Agree.
it's unless she's like the only thing you have left, you know. And I'm not going to tell you to refresh for her because there's so many other things, or for him rather. There's so many other things that we don't have to worry about it. You've been on the treadmill longer than anticipated. Roster reviews started 30 minutes ago. You're normally on the treadmill for an hour, man. Man up. All right. We got to move on to Madkicks. So our friend Snorlax will stick around as a Snorlax tends to.
Snorlax asleep.
That's why they stick around, because they're sleeping. We've got Madkicks here. We are at the 202. 203. Oh, and I just threw my pen. Hold on. That would have normally been. That would have normally been an F-bomb. We've got Madkicks here. Let's see. Info to keep in mind. Took a hiatus around the time of DS Ray. Came back just around the beginning of May. I play Coliseum every day. This reminds me of Happy Gilmore when he's rhyming. I don't know if you've ever seen Happy Gilmore. He's like, down by the bay, I just may. It'll be okay. Everything kind of rhymes. I play Coliseum every day and get top 60, sometimes top 30. I inconsistently get 1, but often have to settle for top 5. I just got Leviathan to 6, but rely on Executor for now. As far as I know, there is no Discord, nor have I ever communicated with people in my fleet, but I don't see my position change in my payout hour ever. Okay. So you're okay. I mean, as long as you're getting the top 5, it's fine. And honestly, if you're getting top 1 with Leviathan being refreshed, you're probably not going... Is my cat... Is there a cat back there? There's no cat back there. Oh, maybe there was a cat back there. Maybe, probably. Getting top 5 is okay for now, and especially if you are hitting 1 sometimes. I know the Executor battle really sucks. Assault battles, they all look to be at CT3, except for Peridia Patrol. Did I name my cat Philip? No, I got Bruschetta and Rory Gilmeower. What are you currently working on? Getting BKM up and running, and then Balin after that. I'd like to get a couple tunes up. Ray, Leia, and SLKR. Slicker up a relic level, as well as Bane. I was thinking of going for Pico. Sounds like he wants to do some relic hygiene after, but does it seem that But it does seem that I'm closer to Glatt. I'm open to all suggestions. Not dead set on anything really. Value efficiency. Favorite characters? Not really. If JML gets a lifter, I may want to make him R10 ASAP. Well, there we go. We found out about the lifter last week, and this was 2 weeks ago. I may want to make him R10, peep his mods, and let me know if you change them. If they added Yaddle, I'd want her up. Shards for important proving ground characters. DS Ray is still low. Trying to be better about... Nobody likes Conquest, man. Nobody does. Cobb is 170. Came back around his second round of Conquest. Satil is at 107. SM33 is 30. Strangers 25. All right, so we're kind of low on Conquest. Did you cheat? Did you look at the GP?
No. I'm very good nowadays.
Nowadays, you cheated last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever that
Exactly.
was.
So nowadays.
Took a big break. Has everything caught up on assault battles. Doesn't have Leviathan. Missing Ray. No, Rayleigh and Slicker. He has, but wants to take up relic levels. Missing Ahsoka and Hondo. I'm gonna say somewhere around 11 million. What are your thoughts?
10.5.
10.5. We are at 12 million. Okay. I actually thought with taking such a big break that there was no way that he was this high up, but it's fine. We're all right. Let's see what we're doing here. Leia's at R8. Ray is at R8. I definitely take Slicker up a relic level. Leia, I mean, I took my Leia to 10. Because I was finding it hard to do the Ahsoka counter reliably. But I'm in a better position for that, and you're in a Rhodium too. So I don't know if taking Leia or Ray up a level is really going to materially benefit you in the short term. Slicker, I would definitely take up a relic level, especially without having DS Ray. You want him to be affected less by relic delta in the negative. DS Ray really helps that because you don't have DS Ray. Having that extra relic level will provide you just a little bit of extra safety there. JML, I hate JML at relic 9. It annoys the hell out of me. It has always annoyed the hell out of me. With Jedi training Leia, I probably will take mine immediately to relic 10 and not touch relic 9 at all, because now we have the slider. I don't know what you want me to say about these mods. These seem like very nice mods. I think you just wanted me to stare at them. Let's see. Where is my JML? My JML is at, you're 20 speed faster than my JML. You've got 60,000 more protection than I do, because I don't have a lot of protection secondaries, which I really should rectify now that JML is getting that lifter. I don't think that there's anything I would change about these at all, honestly. Let's see. What are we missing? Okay, so Hondo is 1160. We don't have vein kicks. We're missing a lot of shards here. Captain Silvo. Ahsoka's like much closer. Yeah. So Hondo's a priority, but the same thing I was kind of saying to you, Snorlax, is that and especially for Madkicks, we have a lot more actual farming that needs to be done for Hondo, and we should be seeing those hit the Lightspeed tokens relatively soon. So it does make sense to wait on Hondo for now in order to be able to pop those up more naturally in the future. Ahsoka would definitely be something that we'd want to prioritize. You know, we have a couple of shards left, but that can easily be rectified and brought up with like light speed tokens. I definitely think that you're at that point where you still want to really be using the lightspeed token, your Coliseum stuff on lightspeed tokens to help yourself get caught up to the end game again and get yourself back into that dominant position. So Ahsoka does become a priority. Let's just kind of check out some of our other stuff. JMK, does he have Watt? He does have Watt. Really just missing a couple small relic levels. Lord Vader's relatively far. Where are clones at? Clones are not great right now. Have all of the ships. Leviathan, yeah. Balin is very, very close. So yes, you might as well finish him at this point. I don't know if I would have prioritized him, but everybody has their personal choices. Mace Windu, I think you can kind of hold off on. It's not really a priority.
If whenever you want, just token them, since they're tokenable now.
And the next time he comes around, he should be permanent. Yes. So we shouldn't have to worry about that. Okay. Let's see. Sort this by relic level and just kind of take a little check. Relic 8 Gungans, which I like. Should be relic 10. That's fine. They do make Sweet Sweet Love. And especially this next month, they are going to really make some Sweet Sweet Love.
He should probably relic up his Malicos if he's looking at that. R5 Malicos doesn't really.
I'll take a look at that whole team in just a second. I just want to see if there's anything. Like his Trey and Nihilus are also kind of low, but I'm also remembering, hey, we're in Erodium. And building up things may be more important right now than too much relic hygiene.
True.
Rada's G12, so we are trying to keep up on that. Okay, let's see. No, IG90 is not even unlocked. Just because I saw Afro was unlocked. Sears at 7. Malicos is at 5.
The last era units.
No, he doesn't. Because he just came back, really. So, like even with Clea and those guys, he's in a position similar to Dan, is having to get caught up on all of that stuff. It's Dan's second account. Man, I had a thought and then I lost it. Oh, all right, right. So the Seer Malicos team, right? We have Malicos at 5. We have Seer at 7. We don't have Maul. Maul's at G12. Baby Cal. I typed in Baby Cal like a silly goose. Cal is at 5. Here's the one thing, though, and I was saying this to somebody yesterday. You don't necessarily need crew for a Seer Malicos team, but when you're using a Seer Malicos team against something really strong for where you really want a Seer Malicos team, you really want crew to be on that team, to be a pre-taunt and to be like to take the hits. The problem is that because he doesn't have Slicker, or he has Slicker, he doesn't have DS Ray, he's really going to want Kylo Ren unmasked on his Slicker team. So I think over prioritizing the Malicos team is going to give him an inconsistent team, a team that can do really well if the right character gets hit, but also get completely obliterated if Malicos or Seer get like hard targeted in the beginning. And I've had that happen to me with a full R8. Seer Malikos team before. And I don't think he can afford to take crew out of his slicker team if he wants to use it against strong things. So I don't think Malikos is the priority right now.
Okay.
I would say we're going to keep doing Leviathan. Leviathan's at 6 stars. I'm going to say keep letting your Leviathan kind of hold off. Keep letting that build. You have less than 10 months to go until it is 7 stars. That's awesome. That's great. You'll get there eventually. You're hitting the top 5. You're in a good position. I would like to see you get Ahsoka. You know, Ahsoka is relatively close, so Ahsoka is something that you should prioritize. I think that what this account should be doing right now, number one, I know that they're going to push for Leia because they're a JML and Leia stan. Like, they're going to go very hard for that lifter, and that's fine. That's small. That doesn't matter. But I think Ahsoka should be the next priority. And Hondo should be hitting Lightspeed tokens within the month. They might get delayed because I don't remember with clones. Was it at the beginning of the era or was it like 3 weeks later that they did it? Do you remember?
Oh, I think it was like the second refresh of the shop or something. I can't remember.
Yeah,
exactly.
it was like slightly delayed on the era, but like they did do it relatively quickly. So we have Cat. I think Ahsoka should be your primary right now. I think JMK was very close.
Yes, it's very close.
So JMK should be like your secondary right now. But the minute that those characters start coming to Lightspeed tokens for Hondo, all of your era currency should be going towards Hondo, even if it means delaying JMK.
Honestly, JMK
it was the first refresh.
Cody. And that's basically it for tokens.
Yeah. But you know what? The thing is, Cody is an old farm, so if you can afford the G12 gear, yeah, I would hold those resources for your materials and for your Lightspeed tokens because you have them at 7 and it's all old gear, so you're not even spending a lot of Kyrotech. I would try to prioritize being able to do these guys as quickly as you possibly can. So I think I would go Ahsoka, because Ahsoka, you're going to want to probably, these guys, you know, Padawan Sabine, I'm assuming he's already used his anniversary tokens. Padawan Sabine, General Syndulla, you're going to want to token those two. I would bite the bullet on gear for JMK, for Cody. Pop right into Hondo afterwards. So your order is going to be Ahsoka, JMK, Hondo, or Ahsoka, Hondo, JMK, depending on when and if those Lightspeed tokens hit. I would honestly, after you've done those 3 things, don't be a dummy. Pull the trigger on R9 Peridia Patrol. I truly hate when people just let that team sit there. Pull the trigger. It is helpful. It is useful to you. It is important, despite what not as smart people are saying. You want to be resource positive on that event as soon as possible. And I refresh that top tier every single time. I don't even care if I get Omicrons. It doesn't matter. It is worth doing. But I think that that's where we should go. I wouldn't worry too much about relic hygiene right now. I would worry about more playing catch up on getting yourself caught up to where the game is. Snorlax, do you have anything to add? Did I forget anything?
Looks about right. Though I would say the Colosseum is a bit of a mess now with Rhoda, so probably
well, I think he had
see
Rhoda,
what you can,
if I remember.
Yeah, he has Rhoda. I'm just saying that just see what you can do with it. See what's the best strategy for tier 12, since Rhoda literally can just carry you into tier 12. So I think tier 12 you need to have a full with a full team, you get slightly more score. So
You do.
if you want to squeeze out more currency, definitely do Roda with a team, not solo. And yeah, just that should be able to get you 30. I'm holding around top 30 now, which
It might
is
even be worth, depending on your era shard. This fully depends on your era shard. If Rada at or Rhoda technically, right? No, it is Rada, I think.
ROT.
I know, but hearing it in the movie, I think it's Rada. Because I was
I've
pronouncing
never,
it Rhoda,
I've
and then
watched
I was like,
it.
oh. Some era shards, a 110 Rada will get you top 10. Because remember, this review was posted 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
So
that's why
I don't know.
What?
If your era shard is not too crazy and bringing Rada up a few levels gets you into the top 10, it might be worth spending $20, $30 to do that. But that's era shard dependent. You know, some shards are much less meticulous, and you don't have to spend $1, and 110 will get you there, just because most people don't realize that the full team, and every boss has their own specific full team that works the best. But a lot of people don't realize that full team is working, and they're edging out a much higher score. So it's just something to consider.
Mhm.
All right. I think we got one more in us today, and then I got to go get stuck with needles and possibly save lives or something. I don't know, or
Pokey
whatever.
needle time.
Oh yes, your network's declaration. 5 minutes. Oh, shut up, playbook. All right, let's see. What do we get? We have overwhelming swag, who did not give me a lot to go on. What are we at? We're at let's say 222. Snorlax. All hands on deck. Hey, Gooseabold. What's up? So, just got back into Swugga seriously lately, and I'm not sure what direction to head in or if I even have anything going for me. Any pointers would help. I don't have a lot to go on. I don't know when they quit. I don't know when they stopped. I don't know where they were beforehand. I literally have nothing. We're like blind guessing at this point. I
We're
am.
just picking numbers.
You what?
We're just picking numbers out of the way.
We're literally just picking numbers. But so just got back into Swugga seriously implies that at some point they were serious. But who knows? Like, they could have played for a year and they were serious for that year. I'm going to say 7.5 million. 7.5 million seems right to me.
Well, I was going to say close to that. I was going to say 6. I think that would be. I am not sure how far they are. They could be much higher. There's no
Okay.
information on us.
Let's check. Swag havers boost in their okay, so they're much earlier. 3.6. The nice thing about taking a break at 3.6 million though is there really isn't that much pressure to get caught up to the eras. Right? Like, a roster review at this level is, they don't have Rada. What do we have? I just want to see what their era looks like. Who are some characters? Carson. All right, so we haven't really done anything with the eras. We don't have to really worry too much about the eras. We have no GLs at this point. We are not getting any fleet income. I don't know what the top 20 of their fleet looks like.
I would just. Yeah, it'll be tough.
I don't really know anything. We're going in blind. Hilo is by 890. Ray, we're far. Jedi Knight Luke, we haven't started. First of all, for Jedi Knight Luke, just one thing to keep in mind. Not telling you to start Jedi Knight Luke right now, but I am telling you that anytime the bounty event comes around, prioritize Rebel Officer Leia shards, even if there are other characters that you need. Rebel Officer Leia shards suck to buy. Prioritize getting the free shards from that. If you come out with zero advice other than that, that is the advice that I want you to leave here with today. JML, we're far. Sith, we're far. We're far. We're far from everything. Jabba's far. Executor's close. Okay, so we're moving towards Executor. Do we have P1?
He does have P1. I was checking
At
that.
5 stars. Okay, so make sure you're doing at least 5 battles a day to get that to 7 stars. It works well at 3 stars. But you just always want your ship to have survivability, so it doesn't make sense to keep it down. Make sure that you're doing it at a minimum 5 a day. It seems like this is probably a free-to-play account or a very low-spending account, so even with 600 or so circuit boards left for Executor, it's probably still going to take you a little while to get there. Far from this. Profundity. Okay. Let's just take a quick look at our rebels.
No, it looks like they do not have Razor Crest though, which would be a holdout for.
Well, yeah, that's going to be a holdout. You're going to have to use your fleet energy on that, most likely. Which
you can't even
sucks.
farm it. It's just fleet arena store. You
Yes.
can't farm Razor Crest.
No, I know. That's why I said you're going to have to use your fleet currency.
You said energy.
Yeah. I hate you. Rebels. I already did rebels. I need bounty hunters. Bounty hunters are okay-ish. Jedi. Okay. We need to just start working ourselves towards assault battles through GLs. I'm going to say that Executor should stay your priority. Get your 5. Obviously, it sucks because you have to use your fleet currency on Razor Crest. You can't just use it on Zetas whenever you want. Focus on Executor for now. You're pretty close. That'll hopefully, I don't know what your shard looks like, but that should hopefully get you into at least the top 50 so that you can at least get some crystals. If it gets you into the top 20 or the top 10, that's awesome. I strongly recommend both Vexitron and Bit Dynasty for their fleet counter guides to help you kind of beat some of the higher fleets with Executor. That'll be very, very, very helpful to you as you get that. But I think at that point, it is time to just really say, hey, I'm going all hands on deck. All hands on deck with the square. And that square is Jabba, JML, Profundity, and Leia, because that builds up ground war, it builds up military might, it builds up rebel roundup, it gets you the GL that are important, it gets you some modding stuff. It does take a long time to do. I would recommend that all of your era currency goes towards Lightspeed tokens. I would recommend, if you have not finished your anniversary quests, seemingly because you're just getting back into the game, really prioritize finishing those anniversary quests to get the Lightspeed tokens that come with them and use them on applicable farms that are within that square, which is, again, Profundity, JML, Leia, and Jabba. Now, when it comes to Jedi Knight Luke, because you're going to need him for Jedi Master Luke and for Jabba, we still need to get those Rebel Officer Leia shards more than anything else. You're still going to need to kind of unlock C-3PO. So while you're worrying for those things, your best bet is probably to go for Jabba as a first GL for, Rebel Roundup and for Smuggler's Run 2. I would do, it's going to be a while for Rolo, so I would probably do Jabba, then get into Profundity. That way you'll have 2 GL fleets, and that'll kind of significantly help you in the lower ends of GAC, and not needing to refresh just because You're going to be fighting lower fleets as well. Hopefully by that time, you will be close enough to JML, Jedi Knight Luke, rather, to be able to focus out C3PO, to be able to focus Rebel Officer Leia, who hopefully will be 7 stars, and then you're going to get Jedi Knight Luke, and I would probably go for Jedi Master Luke over Leia to start, because you're a 4 million-ish account. You'll probably be around like 5 million at this point, but it'll help you progress through Conquest a little bit more than Leia will. Any GL will help you in GAC at that point. But we want to think about maximizing your rewards in the other game modes as well. So at that point, you're going to go for Leia as the end of your square. And this could honestly take you all year, depending on your spending level. But I have a feeling that you're either super casually spending or completely free to play. As my final advice here, all of your era currency should be going towards those tokens to make sure that you are skipping gear as much as possible for a lot of these farms, and that should hopefully help you catch up there a little bit quicker. Don't sleep on your mods. Like I have seen accounts that are in the 13, 14 million range that just have mod scores that make me cry almost. And we want to make sure that even in the beginning that you are setting yourself up for success there. A lot of people get caught up on their secondaries, on their mods in the early game. Really, you should be focusing on just your speed secondary and your primary. And you can do that through .gg, going through a character, right? I go to the unit screen. I find the character I'm trying to mod. I go to my best mods. Just use this. This will help for most people. Oh, this is the primary I want? Great. Secondaries beyond speed are important, but not at your level of the game, right? There's different layers to modding. And right now, just make sure that the primary is right, make sure the set is right, and make sure that you have some kind of speed on each mod. There are a handful of characters that don't want speed, but you don't have to worry about that right now. Right now, all you have to worry about is making sure characters are functional. Lady Geek, you are not lying, man. As I get older, I cry so much more than I used to. Movies make me cry. I teared up at Toy Story 5 2 days ago. I was like I didn't full on cry. I didn't ugly cry, but I teared up. A good movie will make you cry. Arthur the King, is that the name of the dog movie? That one made me cry. We Live in Time, that one made me cry. I don't care. I cry at movies. It's fine. It is what it is. Oh. As we're talking about this, Ani got me ahead by 10 banners in TW. And I have nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing that I can do here unless there is a fleet drop. There are no...
If only you could have beaten Leviathan with your Executor.
It hurts. It hurts a lot. It's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. I was dumb. I should have used some of my GLs. I should have used some of my GLs on the LV teams. That was dumb of me, and then used more of the B teams on that back tier. I wasn't thinking. I was just being a TW hero, and that's my own fault.
Sometimes
Snorlax.
the heroes can always win. Unfortunately.
Snorlax, do you have anything to add on this account as someone who is... You have an 11 million account, but you are a newer account. So, you might have some helpful context to offer.
I think focus on fleets. One good thing about Executor is that actually with the fleet itself and the capital ship, you should be able to beat every single ship in the game. Executor with enough stars and enough investments can definitely beat a Leviathan. You swap out for a home one with Bounty Hunters into Profundity. and then you can win the mirror with itself. I think there's a certain strategy. I'm not too sure. You can probably just check out Bit Dynasty or other guides about that. But yeah, with Executor up, you should definitely be able to beat basically every single fleet and possibly get to one depending on how much time you have and if people just keep hitting you. Depending if there's
Yes.
a flea mafia and they don't want to let you in. That's another.
The only caveat that I have to that, because you are right, Executor can beat all of the GL fleets, is, you know, with enough prestige in your Executor, with enough stars, with enough relic levels on your pilots, with 6E mods for the higher speed. So it may not be something that happens for you right away when you have Executor. But in the end, the fleet is very capable of doing those things.
Yeah, I think Vexitron dropped a video where a 4-star Executor can be a 7-star.
Well, yeah. So again, it's not just the 4-star, right? Because
Was it?
you're also talking about you're also talking about the relic levels of the pilots. You're also talking about making sure the mods are 6E. You're also talking about, do you have all of your ship materials maxed, all of the omegas on your ships, because the game does not give you a lot of those, and they don't sell them to you either. So that can take some time with catching up on fleets. Now,
but yeah, focus fleets, it's where you get a lot of crystals.
Prioritizing fleet, yes, it builds up your crystal income. It builds it up significantly. Now, with that said, I do hear my wife stirring upstairs. I do need to start getting ready because we have to do our good deed for the day. Let's see, is anybody on Twitch for us to raid into? Close that down. Insert a song here. There's supposed to be an outro song that we're going to start once we figure it out. Once we have, who's this guy? Ghosty Cal. 100 followers, 44 streamer. You probably guess favorite slash. This guy seems weird to me. We're not gonna. Who is this one? This guy's not playing Swaga. He's lying. He's playing some kind of something else. All right. I guess we don't have a raid for today. That's okay. Once again, if you're on YouTube and you did not hit subscribe, then don't be a dummy and fix that. And if you didn't check out my conquest guide yet, just throw it on in the background. Help the YouTube algorithm. Throw that on. Let it sit in the background if you already know how to do your conquest. You know, it will help other people to see it. Best of luck in Hell Week next week, and I will be around. We may do some extra stuff. We'll see what happens. Hope that you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. Snorlax, do you have anything to add?
Nope. Hope everyone enjoys. Have a nice weekend. And yes.
And we'll probably see Snorlax next week when he finds some other way to weasel his way into one of these streams.
Of course.
As always. So, guys, enjoy your weekend. I'm stalling just so that Dan stays on the treadmill just a little bit longer. I'll see you guys, I don't know, tomorrow. We have Zeta Protocol on Wednesday.